Hello and welcome to my new video. Today I'm going through everything I watched during the month of January. I'm only showing first time watches, which were a lot. I'm trying to work my way through my collection, trying to watch more movies than I pick up. So yeah, I'm going through my letterbox to see what I rated as movies. I'm going to try to say at least something about every movie. But since there are a lot, I'm trying to keep myself brief at most times. So we start with Shampoo, which stars Warren Beatty. Who would have thought a movie about a hairstylist would be fun? I honestly really enjoyed this one. I rated it 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, it's kind of enjoyable in some way. Then I watched Brazil from Terry Gilliam. Was really confusing, like his movies usually are. It was a good one. Then I watched Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, yeah, not the best movie, but it was nice to see Jim Carrey coming back to the big screen and yeah, starting acting again. Looking forward what he's going to do in the future, but yeah, this was like a one-time watch. We'll probably never see it again. Same goes for the next one, Emma. Was stunning to watch. I can understand the appeal for other people to watch this movie. The clothing, the colors, everything looked beautiful, but yeah, it wasn't for me. Yeah. Then I started my Clint Eastwood journey by watching Joe Kid, which is the second western I watch after The Good, the Bad and Ugly. Well, I enjoyed it. I rated it 3 out of 5. Not as good as The Good, the Bad and Ugly, but still a good watch. Then I watched the 4 movies I had left in the Dirty Harry collection. I've only seen the first one, Dirty Harry. So I watched Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact and Deadpool. The Magnum Force and Deadpool being the superior ones, at least for me. Not counting Dirty Harry because that's the best one. All movies were enjoyable, but Sudden Impact with the love story was my least favorite one. Then I went to Dom Hemingway, starring Jude Law. He was rude, he was loud, he was brutal, he was offensive. But in the end the movie had a lot of heart, had a nice turnaround. The dialogue in this movie felt like it was a Guy Ritchie movie. But yeah, it was fun. Jackie Chan, the Drunken Master. Oh, the Legend of the Drunken Master. This Jackie Chan movie is always enjoyable. Then I watched something that I usually don't watch. I watched an animated movie. Well, it's Adam Sandler. It's cute. I got all 3 movies. but it was alright. Then I watched Django, my first ever, I think, Franco Nero movie. Was really good. Gave it 3 out of 5. Yeah. I can't remember what else to say. She Killed in Ecstasy. Just Franco. Maybe. The only one I've seen. It was, yeah, seductive. It was an alright watch. We'll probably never see it again. Very slow. Slow paced. Then I watched Overboard for the first time with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Amazing movie, a good comedy with a lot of heart in it. And there was a quote that I put down from the movie. They said, most of us go through life with blinders on, madam, knowing only that one little station to which we are born. But you, madam, on the other hand, have had the rare privilege of escaping your bonds for just a spell to see life from an entirely new perspective. How you choose to use that information, madam, is entirely up to you. Powerful speech and a very lovely movie. Can really recommend. Then I watched The Duke of Burgundy, which also is a kind of love story. Strange way to show love, at least from me. Somewhat beautiful. It makes you think, but yeah. Like this in Swedish, it's just a nice love story. But yeah, it was very different. Then I watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. So much fun. 8%. Yeah, it would be a great companion piece to watch with Nice Guys. Same director, Shane Black. Yeah. 4 out of 5 easily. A Coen movie I've never seen before with Nicolas Cage. A phenomenal watch. One of my favorite Coen Brothers movies. John Goodman is brilliant. Yeah. Coogan's Bluff, another Clint Eastwood movie about a sheriff that goes to a big city and has to follow their rules, but he doesn't follow anyone's rules. Really good watch. This came in one of those box sets I picked up for a long time ago, but yeah. You will see Clint Eastwood appear many times in this update. Then I watched Battle of the Sexes with my favorite comedic actor, with Peter Sellers. Sadly, this wasn't for me. I didn't find it funny at all, or even interesting. It's a nice addition by BFI, but yeah, there he is. It wasn't for me. Then we go to the real shit show. Like so many of the recent comedies, they rarely hit for me. Same goes for this. It might just be me, but Will Ferrell, his comedies doesn't really work for me. There's only a handful of his that I like. Most notable is Elf. So if it wasn't for Mark Wahlberg, I would have rated this so much lower. Was kind of a new concept to the script, but still, it was really bad. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Without Mark Wahlberg, I would give it a 1 out of 5. Then we continue with the Clint Eastwood, Fistful of Dollars. Easily a 3.5 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5. I've been to see the appeal of his westerns. Yeah. Ricky-O, the story of Ricky. A bit too over the top for my liking, but still worth a watch. Paradise Lost or Touristas with Josh Duhamel. Duhamel? Yeah. I mean, it's a George. Was beautiful shot, the locations. A bit of torture porn. So really it wasn't for me, like you can see, extreme edition. I can understand the appeal for other people, what wasn't for me. Then I watched Boogie Nights. I put down how can be so much fun in such a dirty business. It was nice to see Mark Wahlberg play something else than his usual action flicks. And I realized he can actually act. Then to my second ever David Lynch movie, Blue Velvet, a very interesting watch. I haven't seen the special edition, the second disc, but my notes were I wonder if they put down that Dennis Hopper should shout in every scene in his movie. It's like a love story that turns up violent. At least that's my take. Easily a 4 out of 5. Then back to a few dollars more. With Clint Eastwood and Van Cleef. Lee Van Cleef, sorry. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Nothing else needed to be added. Amazing. Then we go to Adventureland with 2 of the most hated actors in the business, and I don't know why. For each movie I see these 2 in, they're just getting better and better. And they both get so much unnecessary slack. I really enjoyed this movie. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a nice comedy with a love story. A movie that is loved almost everywhere, but didn't care for it. 16 Candles. 2 out of 5. John Hughes, right? Yeah, wasn't for me. Wasn't. Will never watch it again. Unforgiven. Some say this is one of Clint Eastwood's best westerns. I can't really agree, but it was alright. I know it's loved, but for me, he has many better ones. Gave it a 3.5 out of 5. And Awful Truth, didn't like it at all. That's all. A western I really liked is Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer. Action-packed definition of badass. Like I say, justice is coming. Halfman's Drifter, also a good western. Yeah. Ingrid Goes West, with amazing Aubrey Plaza and Elizabeth Olsen. A really fucked up love story. And how fucked up social media can make you go. The Eager Sanction. For the longest time I didn't want to watch this movie because I thought it was just a snow climbing movie. I want to say mountain climbing movie, I mean, sorry. But I was really wrong. It was a really good movie. Where he plays as assassin and is going to kill someone. He doesn't know who, but the people he's climbing the mountain with. But I put down, I'm starting to wonder if he ever made a bad movie. Then I watched Whitefire with Robert Ginty from Exterminator. The theme song in this movie is really contagious. I promise you, if you see this movie, you can't stop singing the theme song, which is called Whitefire. Yeah, it took me days to get it out of my head. Then I watched Ravenous, a really underrated horror movie. Can't really speak about the twist or where it's going because then you end up ruining it, but it's really good. Joint security area, about a killing that occurs on the border between South and North Korea, I think. Yeah. By the dude that made Oldboy, yeah. Wasn't as good as Oldboy, but which movie is? Still worth a watch. Then I finally got my way through watching Rocky 2. Almost as good, I think, as the first one. But yeah, I'm starting to see the appeal with the Rock movies. Final stack now. Then I watched Inheritance with my favorite actor, Simon Pegg. It's a good thriller. Sadly, I saw the twist coming and the ending. So yeah. Still though, worth picking up. Body Puzzle. Didn't care for it, even though it's Lamberto Bava. But yeah. Nightmare Sisters. Stay away from it. I know it has a following in the horror community, but I didn't like it. I think it was was a waste of time. Yeah. Charlie Warwick, a good heist movie. Rashomon, great, what's it called, samurai movie. Called Samurai, right? Yeah. Hustlers, with everyone's favorite Jennifer Lopez. Wasn't for me. I can see the appeal, but it didn't grab me enough to care. But nice to see Jennifer Lopez back to acting. Eating Roll must be one of my recent favorite dark comedies. It's really fun. I can really recommend this one. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Such a dark comedy about a couple putting in an ad for swingers, and they start killing the people that turns up. Really fun. Then we go back to Eastwood with Two Meals for a Sister Sarah. Yeah. Was alright. Nothing more, nothing less. Matinee with Joe Dante. Gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Was a good watch, like it usually is with Dante and John Goodman. Shopping mall, so much fun. Kill robots at the shopping mall. Yeah. Just gonna pick up the final movies. Frank, one of my favorite of all of these movies I watched. Really strange movie, but good weird about this band and Frank that never takes off this mask or helmet. You have to watch the movie to figure out why. I can really recommend this one. This was so much fun. It's really weird, but it's in a good way. Then Hotel Transylvania 2. Same like the first one. Alright. The Beguiled. Who would have known that Clint Eastwood could play such a dick? Sorry for language. Such an asshole. Poor turtle. It Happened One Night. Cute comedy romance. Yeah. Them two, one of the biggest shit shows I've seen this year. Terminator Dark Fate. I really wanted to like this movie, but I couldn't really find much to like. I wrote down so much about this movie. Like, how did the people behind this think? Like, yeah, what has been working before? They put Arnold in the movie, yes. They bring back Linda Hamilton, yes. They use kind of the same model as T2 on the Terminator. And they're trying to remake the chasing scenes from T2, just not as good. They understand some things that hasn't worked before. Emilia Clarke wasn't in it. Not the Avatar dude or the other Australian dude. They didn't bring John Connor back just in the beginning. They didn't use CGI Arnold. They didn't use the storylines from T3, Salvation or Genesis. But it didn't bring back the bad female Terminator from T3. They're trying to make the movie more ethnic, which is a good thing. They added that badass female robot mutant superhuman thingy, which is Mackenzie Davis. They tried to make a good storyline, but didn't really do it. And they had Tim Miller in it, and still he couldn't save it. So yeah, honestly, if they make another one, I won't watch it. This was the final straw. So bad. I gave it a 2 out of 5, but the more I think about it, I'm almost giving it a 1 out of 5. And the one being because Arnold was in it. 4 movies left. Then I watched Ghost Dog the White Samurai. Really enjoyable seeing Forrest Whitaker being a badass. Also his book was a nice end to it. His code. Yeah, I know Criterion has a release, but I found this cheap DVD copy. It works. Jim Jarmusch. Then we have Deadly Manor. Yeah, it was okay. Final 2. Tequila Sunrise. Nice to see Mel Gibson, Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer in the same movie. Same here, was an okay watch. Yeah. And finally, for this month, The Cook, the Thief, and his wife and her lover. Sorry, that title is a mouthful. The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover. Honestly, if I should describe this movie in one word, it would be strange. Because I didn't get it. I don't know if anyone else get it, but it's in the 1000 movies you have to watch before you die. So I think I maybe missed the plot, but it wasn't for me. I gave it 2.5 out of 5, so yeah. That was all. Sorry for the delayed video. This was a second attempt on recording this one because the file got corrupted in the last one. So yeah, after this I'm probably going to film the February watches. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you feel like it. Take care. Bye.